Okay. Okay. So before I open that program, you just look at this the last two sentences in the inheritance chapter. The string, sorry, the toString method returns a string that contains a description of the object on which it is called. Also, this method is automatically called. This statement is very important. This method is automatically called when an object is output using println. Okay. So when this method is called, first question, that is toString method which is present in Java class library when it is called. Okay. And on which method, that means in which method if you use an object, whether it is called on, like how you use it, see, it is automatically called when when an object is output. That means when you put the object in print or println method. When you put the object in print or println method, toString method will be automatically called. Okay, so this method is automatically called when an object is output using println method. So the same thing we are doing in strings chapter. Our object is B. We have done system.out.println B. So B is an object and we have put in println methods. So toString method is called. Okay. And toString method, if we have not overridden that method, that means if you have not written the code for toString method, it will call the code from the Java class library. If we have changed the code, whatever the code it is changed, that code will be called. So now we have done that. That means we have changed the code here. We will look at this thing in strings chapter. In this program, I have written this method, right? So only this method will be called. If this method is not present in the box class, then whenever you execute println method, system.out.println, inside that if you are writing an object, it will call the toString method which is present in Java class library. Okay. But if we have written the code for toString once again in our program, then this code will be executed. Okay. Now, if you look at this statement, system.out.println B, so when this statement is executed, so this method will be automatically called. Okay, because when an object is output in a println method, toString method is called. Okay, so when this method is called, it says return dimensions are width by depth by height. So width, height, depth values are substituted. Finally, we get this string. Okay, we get this string. So if you look at the output, first output is dimensions are 10 by 14 by 12. This is the first output with respect to object B. Okay. Next line, what we are doing, string S is equals to box B. So box B, how it was, like box B plus B, right? Box B plus B. So box B is a string, whereas B is an object. And one more time, toString method will be called. Why? Because plus symbol is there. First time it is called because I have used object in a println method. Again, one more time it is called because plus symbol is there. So whenever plus symbol is there, it will call, right? So now when it is called, it will move to the dimensions, toString method. It will substitute the values and that final string will be returned here. So we can consider like this. So box B dimensions are 10 by 14 by 12. Okay, and that will be the output of println S. Okay, because S contains this much string. Box B dimensions are 10 by 14 by 12. Okay. So in the above program, box toString method is automatically invoked. That is called when a box object is used in concatenation expression or in a call to println. See, in interview, we may get a question like how the how when value is converted to string equivalent in println method, and in which cases toString method is called. So in two cases, you say toString method is called, whether it is whether it is defined in Java class library or whether it is overridden. That means whether we have changed the code. In both the cases, same functionality. What is that? toString method is automatically called when a box object is used in a concatenation expression. Concatenation expression means here only. See, I have used it like this, right? Box B plus P. This is called concatenation expression. Wherever you come across plus symbol, and after plus symbol, if you're writing an object, so that has to convert to string equivalent. In that case, in that case, toString method is called. Next, so toString method is called when a box object is used in concatenation expression or in a call to println. In a call to println means whenever we use system.out.print or println. So when we use print method or println method, that is system.out.print or system.out.println, then also toString method is called. So in two cases, toString method is called. So in this program, in both cases are there. That is, when plus symbol is executed, toString method is called. When println method is executed, also toString method is called. Okay, we just look at this diagram. Now, in the strings objects memory, that is for yes, it contains box B, dimensions are 10 by 14 by 12. Even though when you look at the statement, string s is equals to box B plus B, if even though I have written this much, that is string s is equals to box B plus B, but in memory what happens, we get this much, that is box B dimensions are 10 by 14 by 12, because wherever plus is there, it will call the toString method. In toString method, we have the message, that is dimensions are 10 by width by height by depth. So the values are substituted and it will return back to the statement where we have stopped. So only we get this much string, that is box B dimensions are 10 by 14 by 12. Okay. So I think in Java, or if you consider the C, C++, we come across something called as include files or header files before main method or before writing the class in case of Java. So people might have come across these words in C, C++ as well as Java, that is. So in C, C++, we have come across like hash include stdio.h in C language. Okay, then hash include IO stream. Okay, in case of C++, right? Now we should get a question whether like header files in C and C++, whether we have in Java. Yes, we have. Okay, like if I say import statement import java dot util dot date. Okay, in this way we will write the header files in case of Java. In case of C and C++, hash include stdio.h, iostream.h. In case of Java, we start by writing import. Okay, see this import is a keyword. Understood? Import is a keyword. Whereas in C and C++, include is not a keyword. Include is nothing but general word of English. The meaning is same. In English, we say include means some things we have to put inside. Okay, that is we have to include. Like that only in programming language also they have used. And when it comes to the Java, this import is a keyword. So which behaves same like include word in C and C++. Import is a keyword. See, in general, in real world also when we speak export, import. So export means like we are sending outside. Okay, and import means taking inside. So here also import means taking inside in our program. Okay, in front of import keyword, we write the word, we write the words like this: Java dot symbol util dot date. The meaning of this is, in case of C and C++, what we call stdio.h, iostream.h. H means header. Dot means dot is used to separate between file extensions like file name and extension. Okay, stdio is a file, standard input output. Dot is an extension. Dot is a operator which separates between file name and extension. H is an extension. Okay. So whenever we come across .doc, we can say document file, .xls, Excel file. Similarly, .h means header files. stdio.h is a header file. iostream.h is a header file. Now, in case of Java, what happens? Here, java.util.date, it is not a file. First point, it is not a file. Okay. In these three things, which is a file, we have to understand. See, Java word and util word, this is called as package. Okay, it is not an header file, it is called as a package. And date we can say file. And it is also called as a class. Okay, just if we compare with the C and C++, here it is a little bit different. First thing, we have to use the keyword import. In front of import, we have to write the packages. So here it is not called as header files, it is called as packages. And in packages, we come across the files. Now we will see what is package exactly. Okay. Okay. See, packages are containers for classes. Packages are containers for classes. The meaning of this is, now when we go to the any concept in while working in computer, see for example, I have opened something like this PC. Inside that we have drives. Okay, C drive, D drive, E drive, and if I open any drive called as E drive, okay, inside that I will open the folder by name Pradeep, my name. Okay, now if suppose if I want to create a folder, what I do, I right click with the mouse, right? See, I right click with the mouse, go to the option called as new. There is a folder called as, so there is an option called as folder. So I will click on this folder. Let me take like, I will name the folder as example. Okay, I will name the folder as example. Okay, so this is the folder. Example is the folder. Now I will open the folder. Now if suppose, if I ask what is the use of this folder, so I can tell the answer like I can store files in this folder. Now if I create two files here, let me consider two text document file, new text document. Okay, so just I write some ABC. I will save this. Okay, save as. Within that folder only, I will save it as, let me consider one. File name is one.txt. Save. Okay, it is saved. See here, the file name is one. Okay. Now, if I want to create one more file, okay, let me go to the new text document, open it. Okay, just say pqr, save as 2. Save, right? So two files have created. So now in Windows environment, what we call like this PC, and inside that for E, I am calling it as a drive, E drive. Inside that Pradeep is a folder. Inside Pradeep, there is a folder called as example. Now let us go from this point. Okay, example is a folder. Inside we have two files, right? One is a file, 1.txt, 2.txt is a file. Okay. Now, example means it is a folder. Here, example is a folder. For what purpose I am using? For storing files. And inside that, 1 and 2 are the files. So, in Java, this example folder, what I am telling, for this you have to call it as a package. So, instead of calling it as a folder, we have to call it as a package. Okay, in Java, we have to call it as a package. And now, why I have created this folder? I have created this folder to store files. That is 1 and 2, 1.txt and 2.txt. Now, in Windows environment, I am calling example as a folder. When we go to the Java programming language, I am calling example as a package. See, concept is same. Folder contains files, packages contains files. Just name is changed here. Instead of calling folder, you have to call it as a package. Okay, now let me call example as a package. Now, what about 1 and 2? 1 and 2 are not folders. Okay, so we will not call that as a packages. First point. Then what is 1 and 2? Here 1 is a file name, 2 is a file name. That means these two are files. 1 and 2 are files. In example folder I have stored. Now, if I want to define a folder, or if I want to just try to understand about the concept folder. So folder means something where we store files. Folder is something where we store files. Similarly, packages are something where we store files. Understood? Packages are something where we store files. In Windows environment, you call it as a folder. In Java, we call it as a package. Okay. Now, if you look at the sentence, first sentence in package, packages are containers for classes. See, now we came to know what is package. Just we have compared in Windows environment what we call as folders. In Java, it is called as packages. Then what is the concept? In folder, we store files. In packages, we store classes. Okay, in packages, we store classes. So only they are calling it as container. Instead of folder, they are calling it as a container. So then what do you mean by classes here? So I'll tell you. Ah. See here in example folder what I have done, 1.txt, 2.txt is there, right? These are files, right? Now if you open this file and see, for example, if I save this as save as, okay, save as, see, save as type is there, right? Here you have to select all files. I think it's not displaying on your screen. Okay, it's okay. If I say that 1.java, instead of telling 1.txt, if I save it as 1.java, and similarly for 2 also, I will save it as, just a minute. Okay. 2.java instead of 2.txt, if I save it as 2.java, so now you observe we got 2 files, that is 1.java, you see the type of the file, Java file, and 2.java. Okay, now let me remove these 2 things, .txt files, just for your example I'm showing. Okay, now we have 2 Java files. See, these 2 Java files are nothing but Java classes. Try to understand, these 2 Java files are nothing but Java classes. When we say Java files or when we say Java classes, both are same, because in Java, no code is written outside the class. Okay, no code is written outside the class. If you don't write main method also, if you're writing only valid Java statements where it works correctly, that should be written inside the class. For example, if you open 1.txt, sorry, 1.java. Now look here. Say I have opened. See, this is 1.java. Okay. When you are calling that as a Java file, you have to start the code by writing class. Understood? You have to start the code by writing class. Understood? That means whenever we say Java file in Java programming language, it is nothing but a class. So only I am calling example as a folder or package. 1 and 2 are the Java files. Those are nothing but classes. So the statement is packages are containers for classes. That means package meaning folder. In folder, how we store the files. In Java, we will store the classes. So those classes are nothing but Java files. So packages are containers for classes. Now I hope you people came to know. So how we have to understand the package means it's just like a folder in Windows environment. And inside folder, how we store the files, how we create and store the files. Same thing inside package, we store the Java files. Okay. So what is the use of that data link? Java provides mechanism for partitioning the class name space into more manageable chunks, smaller portions. This mechanism is called as a package. So in Windows environment also, why we need to create a folder? For example, if we go to D drive, let me store all the files in that only, like related to academics, related to sports, related to entertainment, related to music, movies, everything if I store in one place only, then for us it is very difficult to open, to search. Okay, so what we do, I think this is experience for all of you. We will create one folder. If it is related to education, we will create a folder called education. In that, we will store the files related to education only. If you want to store the movie files, we will create a folder called movie, and we will go to that folder and we will store those files only. That means why we are creating folders means because for our convenient purpose. And here also, why they have kept the concept of packages in Java means Java provides a mechanism for partitioning. So partitioning means which files should be stored in which folder. In Windows environment, we do, right? Same thing in Java also. If you do like that, so that mechanism is called as package. This mechanism is called as a package. Okay. And the package is both naming and visibility control mechanism. We can define classes inside the package that are not accessible by code outside the package. We can also define class members that are only exposed to other members of the same package. This allows our classes to have intimate knowledge of each other, but not expose that knowledge to the rest of the world. See, about these things I will tell in the programs, because in theory only if I tell, I hope you cannot understand. So I will tell in example programs. Okay. First, we will try to understand this much. Okay, it is a container for classes. That means container for Java files itself. Okay, how we store files in folder? Same thing in package. We store the Java files. Java files are nothing but classes. Okay, and why it is used means just like in a Windows environment, how we partition the folders or files depending on the names like education, movies, music. Same thing here also we will partition. Okay, now defining a package. Now we will see how to write the package in Java. That means when you create a folder, that folder name you should use in the Java file. Okay, when you create a folder, that folder name should be present in Java file. Just like if I say hash include stdio.h. If I say hash include stdio.h or iostream.h in case of C and C++, stdio.h or iostream.h file should be present. Otherwise, it will not work. Similarly, when you create a folder, that folder name should be present in the Java file where you are writing. Okay. To create a package, simply include the package command as the first statement in a Java source file. So when you start writing the Java program, what you have to do, before you start the Java file with the word class, because whatever the code we write in a class, right? In a Java especially. So before we start writing the Java program with the keyword class, we have to start with the keyword called as package. See here, they're giving the general format. We have to start with the keyword called as package. So package is a keyword. Any classes declared within that file will belong to the specified package. The package statement defines a namespace in which classes are stored. If you omit the package statement, the class names are put into the default package which has no name. See, I will tell you about these things. I will tell you. You see general format here. Package is a keyword. In front of package keyword, what you have to write? PKG means package name. Package name is an identifier. Okay, see wherever I say identifier, you have to remember the identifier rules. Class name, object name, package name. So class name, object name, package name, these are all identifiers. So you have to remember the identifier rules and then start writing the identifier. That is blank spaces not allowed, keywords not allowed, special symbols except underscore is not allowed. So these things you have to remember and write the identifier. Okay. So in the above general form, pkg is the name that is identifier of the package. Now, for example, the following statement create a package called my package. See, if you look at the syntax and write the package name in this way, you can write that is package. Package my package. See, this statement we are writing in Java file. Remember, this statement we are writing in Java file. And before you write this statement, or after if you write this statement, before that particular program is executed, what you have to do is you have to create one folder called as my package. You have to create a folder called as my package. Then only will not get error. If you don't create the folder called as my package and simply if you are writing the statement in a Java file, you will get error. Okay, first we have to create one folder by that name. That folder name you have to mention in the program. Okay, as the statement package my package. Okay. Okay. Now I will show you one simple example. Just see. Here only we will go. Okay, so here example, this thing is the right example folder. You consider this as a package. Now, if I want to create, okay, I will open the file name. So this is one.java file. Okay. Now, instead of one.java, I will name it as class A. Okay, this much code I have written. I will save this file as a.java because numeric values are not allowed in Java files file storing. Okay, here that option is not coming. So just a minute, I will open the NetBeans editor. Okay. See, if you observe here, if suppose if I open this file, see, you see, this file name is example.java, right? Example.java. And you look at the left side of this editor, you see example.java where it is present. So where it is present means you just look at that panel, left side panel, you see example.java is present in Java application underscore sample. You are, I think you people are observing here, okay? Java application underscore sample. That is one folder. So in NetBeans editor, folders are shown like this: Java application underscore sample. So this is a folder. In that folder, we have three files: demo shipment.java, example.java, and string class.java. Three files we have inside Java application underscore sample. So in all these three files, first statement should be package Java application underscore sample. Just a minute. So even you can rename this. If I rename to Java app, okay, just rename here. Now you see, if you open any of these files, that is, say if I open demo shipment.java, you see what is the first statement here? Package Java app. And if you open example.java, package Java app. And if you open string class.java, package Java app. Why this is the first statement? Because these three files present in the folder called as Java app. Understood? These three files present in the folder called as Java app. So in which folder you are storing the Java classes or Java files, that folder name should be the first. That means you have to write the statement, package statement, and that folder name should be present inside the Java file. If you remove that statement, what happens? You see. Now I save this file. See, in string class.java, I removed. You just look at the symbol there. One symbol is there, red mark. It is saying incorrect package. Why? Because you have put this file string class.java inside Java app folder. If you look at the left side panel, but in the program I have not written. So only we are getting error. In which folder you are storing, by that folder name only how to write package Java app. Then you will not get any error. For example, in example.java, if I remove this line, package Java app. Okay. See, now also you get error. So incorrect package. Because I have put example.java in folder called as Java app, but in the program I have not written. So that folder name should be present in the program. Then only you will not get any error. Okay. So this is about just brief introduction about package. In detail, we will see in the next class. Okay.